Balanced diet. A balanced diet refers to the intake of edibles which can provide all the essential constituents necessary for growth and maintenance of the body in definite amount in which they are required by the body. A balanced diet means eating the right amount of foods from all food groups. A diet which consists of all the essential food constituents protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water in correct proportion is called a balanced diet. In other words, balanced diet is that diet which is considered at various constituents of food in accurate and appropriate quantity and quality according to the requirement of an individual. In fact, every individual does not require same type of diet. It differs from individual to individual. The following points are essential to note for balanced diet. It must contain all the essential constituents in adequate amount. There must be a definite proportion between the different constituents of food. The proper ratio between protein, fats, and carbohydrates should be 1:1:4. The food should be easily digestible. Cooking of meat food is necessary because it sterilizes foodstuffs and makes it palatable and easily digestible. And factors affecting balanced diet. All the persons do not need same type of diet. The amount and quality of balanced diet depends upon certain factors such as age, sex, vocation or occupation, and climate. These factors which affect the balanced diet are described below. Age. The amount of food depends upon the age of an individual. It means that balanced diet is different for different persons. In young age, much amount of diet is required for proper growth and development. Children require much amount of protein and fat in comparison to the old ones. The old people who do not need much amount of food because of their digestive systems do not function efficiently. The quality of food is also different in these people. In fact, they should be given less fatty diet. Balanced diet also depends upon sex of the individual. Males need more amount of food in comparison to females. This has been proven by dietitians that females should be given 90% of balanced diet of males. The main reason behind this fact is that males have more weight and in comparison to females. The other reason is that males perform works which require more energy. Then body build or constitution. It is a fact that a tall and fatty individual needs more amount of food in comparison to lean, thin, and short-statured individual. Its main reason is that tall, and fatty individual spends more amount of energy. Then balanced diet. Another quick recap. A balanced diet refers to the intake of edible which can provide all the essential constituents necessary for growth and maintenance of the body in definite amounts in which they are required by the body. A balanced diet means eating the right amount of food from all food groups. A diet which consists of all the essential food constituents like protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water in correct proportion is called balanced diet. In other words, balanced diet is that diet which is considered of various constituents of food in accurate and appropriate quantity and quality according to the requirement of an individual. In fact, every individual does not require some type of diet. It differs from individual to individual. The following points are very essential. So it must contain all the essential constituents at adequate amount. So occupation also affects the amount of balanced diet. The persons who are employed in such avocations where work is more need more amount of balanced diet, whereas the persons who perform less physical work need less quantity of balanced diet. The persons who are engaged in mental work they need more carbohydrate than protein. Such persons require multivitamins diet. The quality and quantity of balanced diet also depends upon the climate in which we live. If we live in cold climate, we need more quantity of balanced diet. In such climate, we need more quantity of protein and fats. It is also a universal truth that we take more diet in winter. As a matter of fact, owing to the greater loss of heat in winter, we require more food. In winter, the great heat supplying food should be taken in more quantity. In other words, we should take rich fat diet in cold climates. In hot climates, we should take such a balanced diet which has less fats. 1 gram protein, 4.1 calories, 1 gram carbohydrate, 4.1 calorie, 1 gram fat, 9.1 calorie. At rest, we need expenditure of. So type of work at rest, we need 68 calories, just resting. In sitting, we need 100 calories. So just by sitting, you can burn 100 calories. That's new per hour. If you just sit for 1 hour, you will be burning 100 calories. Okay. If you stand for 1 hour, you will consume 105 calories. Slow walking 200 calories, running 570 calories. That's a huge difference. Typing 140 calories, carpenter's work about 250 calorie, breaking of stones 420 calories, general exercise continuous for 1 hour, then 500 calories, playing tennis singles 450 calories, dance if you're fast quickly dancing, then 350 calories will be burning, swimming 450 medium speed, jogging 1 hour, 5 miles per hour, 500 calories, cycling 650 calories. So cycling is something which consumes a great amount of calories when we do it for 1 hour. Ironing 100 calories just as sitting. Then TV watching 80 calories. Then scrubbing the floor by water 360 calories, cleaning the floor by broom 285 calories. So running consumes 570 calories per hour. Along with that, swimming, cycling also. And then comes swimming, medium speed. Okay. Calories in various food substances. Butter, 1 spoon butter contain 95. Cheese, half spoon 100. Coffee 1 cup 160. Milk 1 glass 170. Milk without cream 1 glass 85. Lassi 1 glass 85. Onion 1. One onion contain only 5 calories. Radish 2. Cucumber 20. Carrots 25. Tomato 25. Cauliflower 25. Potato 85. That's a great amount. Apple, one big one, 100 calorie. Yeah, that's right. Calorie. Then banana 100. Date dry 4, not just 1, 4. About 95 calorie. Pear medium 1, 70 calorie. Watermelon 100 calorie. Lemon juice 1 spoon contain 5 calorie. Just 1 spoon of lemon juice. Same is the case with orange juice. We often consume whole cup of orange juice. Just imagine the calorific value. Just 1 spoon contain 5. Then just calculate the amount. Then mixed fruit juice, half cup 80 calorie. Bread 1 slice 60. Biscuit sweet 2 normal size 100. Just 2 biscuits. Then egg boiled 180 calorie. Egg fried 100 calorie. Sugar 1 spoon 50 calorie. Just 1 tablespoon of sugar contain 50 calorie. So imagine the same amount of calorie you're consuming just by sitting for 1 hour is 100. So if you just consume 2 spoons of 2 teaspoon sugar and just sit ideally for 1 hour, you will be consuming that. Then jam 1 spoon 60, honey 1 spoon 60, gold spot 1 bottle 80, and then lime juice 1 bottle, 1 glass 1 not 115, chicken salad 1 245, cheese slice with sandwich 1 2 beer 1 glass 105, wine 3 ounces 90, scotch 1 ounce 1 ounce 120, kheer half cup 135, tomato soup 1/4 cup 80, pulse soup 1 cup 220. Pulse soup 1 cup 220, Flour 1 big spoon 30, coconut oil 1 spoon 100. Just 1 spoon of coconut oil is, to a great extent similar to 1 spoon of sugar. And when we consider the calorific value, these calories requirements of different types of persons of different age groups. Infants 0 to 12 months, calories 100 to 120 per kilogram body weight. Children 2 to 6 8 years, 1200 to 1500. Adolescents boys 13 to 15 years, 2500. Adult men easy work 2400. General work 2800. Hard work 4000. Adult women easy work 1900. Hard work 3500. Pregnant 2400. That just include that pregnant lady is not working hard, just most probably visiting ideally, so she require 2400 calories per hour per body weight, um total body weight. Lactation 2700. So balanced diet for children: cereals, pulses, green leafy vegetables, other vegetables with roots, fruits, milk, fats and oils, meat, fish and eggs, sugar. So balanced diet for adolescents, boys and girls: cereals, pulses, green leafy vegetables, vegetables with roots, fruits, fats and oils, meat, fish, eggs, sugar, other vegetables, milk, groundnuts, etc. Balanced diet for adult women: cereals, pulses, green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, vegetables with roots, fruits, fats and oils, sugar, meat, fish, eggs, groundnuts and milk. So, elements of diet. First of all, it is essential to know what is an element. In fact, element is a substance that cannot be split chemically into simpler substance. As a matter of fact, 25 elements are essential for all of us. About 98% mass of each individual is constituted by 6 elements: carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. The remaining 2% is constituted by macroelements and microelements such as calcium, potassium, sodium, iron, iodine, and zinc, etc. The above mentioned elements are essential elements of diet. Our diet is composed of these elements in the form of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals to a greater extent, and vitamins and water. These elements can be studied under the following constituents of diet. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the most important source of energy. They contain the elements of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The very first part of the name carbo means that they contain carbon. The second part of the name hyd means they contain hydrogen. The third part of the name ate means that they contain oxygen. In all carbohydrates, the ratio of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atoms is 2:1. That means hydrogen greater. Just like water, H2O. So carbohydrates are actually the organic compounds that are important for different digestive operations in our bodies. There are lots of differences between carbohydrates and other elements importantly for nutrition like proteins and fats. Generally, it is seen that carbohydrates in diet need less amount of water in comparison to proteins and fats. There are two main types of carbohydrates: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. So glucose. So there are two main types of carbohydrates: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates we learned. So glucose, fructose, galactose, sucrose, maltose and lactose are called simple carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are soluble in water. These are crystalline. They are sweet in taste. They are called sugar. So starch, dextrins, glucagon and cellulose are called complex carbohydrates or polysaccharides. They are not sweet in taste. They are insoluble in water. They are not crystalline. The main difference between the types of carbohydrates is actually the difference between their chemical composition. Simple carbohydrates are smaller chain of chemical composition in comparison to the complex ones. So their sources: we obtained most of our carbohydrates in the form of starch. It is found in rice, potato, yams, bread, cereals, maize, corn and wheat. So potato, yams, bread, cereals, maize, corn, and wheat are the sources. Then starch is turned into glucose in our digestive system. Carbohydrate is also found in the form of glucose, fructose, and sucrose from milk, sugarcane, honey, and grapes. Then proteins contain the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sometimes sulfur. Proteins are very large molecules, so they cannot get directly into our blood. So they are turned into amino acids by our digestive system. There are 23 amino acids. Out of this, 9 amino acids must be available in the diet. These amino acids are used by the body to create blood, muscles, nails, skin, hair, and internal organs. Proteins form new tissues, repair the broken tissue, regulate balance of water and acids, transport oxygen and nutrients, and make antibodies. Excessive use of proteins in diet, especially animal proteins, can result in heart disease, osteoporosis, stroke, and kidney stones. Body requires only 0.36 grams of protein per pound of the ideal body weight. If proteins are not taken in appropriate amount in diet, the diet deficiency disease named marasmus and kwashiorkor can caused are caused in children. Sources: milk, pulses, cereals, egg, cheese, meat, and fish are good sources of proteins. Then fats. Fats contain carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen in the average percentage of 76, 12, and 12 respectively. Fats contain carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen in the percentage 76, 12, and 12 respectively. Fats are necessary for many body functions. Fats keep us warm and give protection to organs. Fats also help in the production of hormones. Fats can be classified according to their constituents. Different types of fats have different characteristics and they react in different ways inside the body. There are three different groups of fats in diet, such as saturated fat, polyunsaturated, and monosaturated fat. The intake of saturated fats increase the chances of heart disease due to the increase of cholesterol in blood. Such types of fats are found in fast foods, pastries, and biscuits. The polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated fats help in lowering the blood cholesterol. The polysaturated fats are slightly better than monosaturated fats. Fats are essential in diet, but the quantity should be limited. So sources: butter, sunflower oil, nuts, cheese, liver oil, groundnut, coconut, mustard, and egg yolk are good sources of fats. Then mineral elements. Mineral elements are very essential in our diet. Our 4% of body weight is made up of mineral elements. These elements are required for healthy teeth, bones, and muscles. Minerals are also used by body for various activities such as transmission of nerve impulses, formation of hormones, and maintenance of heartbeat, etc. Minerals can be classified into macro elements, major minerals, and micro elements, trace minerals. Our body requires more amount of major minerals than trace minerals. Major minerals or macro elements such as calcium, phosphorus, sodium, chlorine, magnesium, potassium, and sulfur are required in our body in more amount, 0.1 gram of each of these minerals per day. Whereas trace elements or micro minerals such as copper, iron, iodine, fluoride, cobalt, chromium, selenium, and zinc are required in less amount, 0.01% gram of each trace element per day. Then macro elements. Some macro elements are described below. Calcium. Calcium is among the most macro elements in minerals in terms of growth and development in our bones and teeth. It makes the teeth and bones strong and healthy. It helps in blood clotting. Its deficiency may cause rickets. It is found in various products such as cheese, milk, orange juice, eggs, yogurt, green leafy vegetables, and cereals. So potassium is one of the most required minerals in diet. It is helpful in keeping the nerve system and muscular system fit and active all the time. It helps in maintaining the amount of water in blood and tissues. Its main sources are banana, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, peanuts, citrus fruits, and beans, etc. Sodium. It helps in muscular activities. Also helps the transmission of nerve impulses. Its main sources are table salts, pickles, and bitter, etc. Then magnesium, it remains and maintains body cells. It is found in meat, brown rice, beans, and whole grains, etc. Then phosphorus helps in the formation of bones and teeth. It keeps the muscles and nerve activities normal. It is found in rich quantity in egg, fish, liver, milk, and unpolished rice, etc. Then micro elements. Some micro elements are described below, like iodine. It produces the hormones for the thyroid gland. It is also significant for proper growth and development. Lack of iodine can cause goiter, swollen thyroid gland, and mental retardation. It is found in iodized salt, fish, and seafood. Iron, it is essential in the production of hemoglobin. Its deficiency causes anemia. It is found in liver, meat, egg, dry fruits, spinach, banana, and green leafy vegetables. Then chromium, it stimulates insulin activity. It is deficiency may cause diabetes. It is found in soybean, black gram, carrot, tomato, groundnuts, bajra, and barley. Copper, it helps iron in the formation of hemoglobin. It is found in eggs, pulses, and green leafy vegetables. Then cobalt, it protects from anemia and found in green leafy vegetables, milk, and meat. Then vitamins are chemicals which are required in very small amount to keep our body healthy. If a particular vitamin is not taken in diet, it may cause a deficiency or a disease. For example, if vitamin C is not taken in diet, it will cause the scurvy disease. In fact, all the vitamins are organic chemicals. There are two groups of vitamins which are mentioned below. Fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are soluble in fat. These vitamins are composed of the elements of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These vitamins are vitamin A, D, K, and E. Water soluble vitamins. These vitamins are soluble in water. These vitamins contain the elements of nitrogen and even sulfur. These vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Earlier, the chemical names of all the vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble vitamins, were not known, but now their chemical names are available. Still, we use their temporary names. So, fat soluble vitamins, the brief description of these vitamins is given below. Vitamin A, it has the first vitamin which was discovered in 1913 by MC Column. This vitamin is found in various forms such as retinol, retinal, and retinoic acid. This vitamin is formed by the elements of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. It is helpful in the formation of bones and teeth. It also promotes normal vision. It also provides resistance to infections. Its deficiency lead to night blindness, keratomalacia, and xerophthalmia. Its sources are cod liver oil, animal liver, egg yolk, milk product, mango, papaya, and yellow vegetables. Its daily requirement is approximately 2 mg. Vitamin D, it is formed by the elements of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is a white crystalline substance. It helps in the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. It maintains the normal function of parathormone, the hormone secreted by thyroid glands. It also maintains the level of calcium and phosphorus. Its deficiency may cause rickets, osteomalacia, tetany, dental cavities, and osteoporosis. Sun rays, milk, butter, and fresh oil rickets, osteomalacia, tetany, dental cavities, and osteoporosis. Sun rays, milk, butter, and fish liver oil are main sources of this vitamin. Vitamin E, this vitamin is essential for blood coagulation. It strengthens the cell's membrane. It keeps skin healthy. It helps in curing cancer. Curing cancer. It maintains normal functioning of reproductive organs. It is also used to prevent heart attacks and to treat Alzheimer's disease. Its deficiency may cause degeneration of muscles, paralysis, and slow growth. The main sources of are green leafy vegetables, pulses, liver, egg, and whole cereals. Vitamin K, the main function of this vitamin is to clot the blood. It also helps the prevention of hemorrhage and excessive bleeding in wounds. Its deficiency may cause anemia. Its main sources are tomato, potatoes, spinach, cabbage, soybean, fish, cauliflower, wheat, egg, and meat. Water soluble vitamins. The description of this vitamin is given below. Vitamin B complex. Vitamin B consists of 8 soluble vitamins that play important roles in cell metabolism. Earlier, they were thought to be a single vitamin, but later on, research showed that they were chemically distinct vitamins. Now they are referred as vitamin B complex. The sources of these vitamins are meat, potato, banana, liver, oil, beans, yeast. So vitamin B1, thiamine, its deficiency may cause beriberi. Its deficiency symptoms may be weight loss, emotional disturbances, weakness, and pain in limbs, then edema and irregular heartbeat. Then vitamin C, this vitamin is also known as ascorbic acid. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is a white crystalline substance. Vitamin C helps in healing the wounds. It increases metabolic rate and helpful in absorbing the calcium. It is also a highly effective antioxidant. It is also essential for the formation, growth, and repair of bones, skin, and connective tissue. It also maintains healthy teeth and gums. The deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Adults may feel tired, weak, and irritable due to the deficiency of vitamin C. This vitamin is usually found in lemons, pineapples, guava, amla, berries, oranges, tomato, green chilies, and apples. Then water. Water is a compound which is made up of hydrogen and oxygen elements in 2:1 ratio. Our body also contains 90% of water. It helps in the transportation of nutrients to the cells. It is also significant in the excretion of waste products. It also regulates the body temperature. It is also essential for various chemical reactions. Then components of diet. Diet is composed of the following components. Protein. The word protein is derived from the Greek word proteas. This means it's the best substance from foodstuffs. The protoplasm is formed by protein, which is the base of living cells. The maximum amount of protein remains in the tissue of our body. Besides this, protein is also found in blood, secretion of endocrine glands, bones, teeth, in delicate tissues. If water is extracted from the body, the maximum percentage of protein is left out in our body. The protein is the compound which is formed by the combination of oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Among energy producing food substances, protein is the only constituent in which chemical elements of nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur are found. That is why protein is also called nitrogenous food. Our physical growth and development will be retarded, and if take less amount of protein in our food, along this, protein also plays an important role in the mental development of an individual. Then about sources of protein. From the point of view of sources, proteins can be divided into two categories: animal proteins and vegetable proteins. Animal protein and vegetable protein. Animal protein, the protein which we get from animal products, is called animal protein. This protein is found in eggs, milk products, meat, and fish. The protein is considered far better than vegetable protein. Egg is the best example of rich protein because necessary quantities and enough amount of amino acids is found in eggs. So eat eggs always. Then vegetable proteins. The protein which we get from vegetables is called vegetable protein. Vegetable protein is usually found in various types of pulses: soybean, mustard, groundnuts, dry fruits, and food grains. Then carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are also an essential constituent of food. Carbohydrate is also a compound which is formed by the chemical composition of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So carbohydrates acts as a fuel in our body. Carbohydrates provide energy. We also need carbohydrate for the formation of fats. The individual who perform hard work needs maximum amount of carbohydrate. If excess amount of carbohydrate is taken in food as an individual, it always changes into fats, and after that it is accumulated in fatty tissue. Due to lack of carbohydrate in the body, the weight of an individual becomes less. The skin becomes loose and wrinkles start appearing in on the face. The individual becomes lean and thin. On the other hand, if an individual takes much amount of carbohydrate in its food, his body weight starts increasing. He feels high temperature. In such condition, an individual become lethargic. And sources of carbohydrates. Generally, carbohydrates found in rice, maize, jowar, bajra, pulses, gram, dry pea, date, grapes, potato, banana, sugar, etc. Fat is also essential ingredient of food. Fat is also a compound. It is made up of carbohydrate. Fat provide heat and energy to the body. It also helps in regulation of body temperature. It is helpful in making the body soft and oily and protects the body from external effect of hot and cold climates. Its accurate quantity makes the body beautiful. For the purpose of energy, fat is considered better than carbohydrates. If fat is used with carbohydrate in food, fat can be digested easily as well as rapidly. If excess fat is not used by the body, it is accumulated in the body, by which various organs of the body do not work efficiently. If fat is available in less quantity in the food, up to some extent carbohydrate changes into fat. So, some sources of fat. Following are the sources of fat. Animal sources. Animals are also good sources of fat. We get various products from animals such as ghee, butter, curd, fish oil, milk, meat, and eggs. Vegetable sources, we also get fats from various vegetables such as dry fruits, coconut, soybean, food grains, mustard oil, and cotton seeds, etc. Then vitamins we learned earlier. Important constituents of food just like proteins. So we learned about all these constituents one by one. Thank you for listening.